It's pumpkin season. Happy Thursday, everyone. Welcome to Thungry Thirstday Beer of the Week, and today we're trying Traveler Pumpkin Shandy. So I opted for a 12-pack of this Beer of the Week because there was not a 6-pack available. So I figured we'd kick it off with these guys. As you guys know, Thungry Thirstday Beer of the Week works this way. I try 3 different beers, put this on its side. Hopefully they don't all come rolling out. We'll use this brace right here. So as you know, nope, that's not going to work. We'll stack them up here real quick. Alright, that's better. So as you guys know, Thungry Thirstday Beer of the Week works this way. I try 3 different beers out of this 6-pack. The first, well, this is a 12-pack. The first beer is my initial impressions of the drink. Second beer is a full-on chugger. I'll let you guys know how fast this stuff goes down on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being not chuggable, 5 being very chuggable. And finally, I'll finish it off with the third one being the Reflections beer. I'm just going to tidy this up really, really quickly. Nothing over there. Okay. Put this box right there so you can see it. All right. So, because these aren't clear bottles, I grabbed a clear glass so we can all see what it looks like. Pour it out. A little bit on the darker side than what I've been drinking recently, but that's been cider. Almost there. Almost there. Okay. A little bit of a head on that guy. Very spicy. Well, not spicy, but tastes like cinnamon. So, this is quite a refresher. TravelerBeer.com or at Traveler Beer. Wheat ale brewed with lemon peel with natural flavors added and pumpkin added. 12 fluid ounces per can, 4.4% alcohol by volume. Pretty cool design on the can. Smells like a pumpkin. Let's take a sip. Very tasty. I can't say that I've ever had this in a can before, though I have had Traveler before, and I believe I've had Jacko Traveler. I almost said Jacko Traveler. But anyways, very tasty. Very dark, very bubbly, as you can see. I like it. It's got a nice orange shade to it. Looking at the box here, limited release as always. Oh, here we go. Look at this. We got a full-on story down here. Jack-O Traveler Pumpkin Shandy. Wheat ale with real pumpkin. Driven by an obsessive love of hijinks, the Jack-O Traveler spent his days cooking up mischief for everyone who crossed his path. One of his favorite pranks involved tricking unsuspecting bar patrons into buying him beers and then skipping out just when it was his turn to buy a round. Don't we all know someone like that? So clever was Jack, he even scammed the devil himself into granting him a reprieve from hell. Unfortunately for our traveler, when his shenanigans finally caught up with him and he died, the man upstairs wanted nothing to do with Jack either. Poor Jack, nobody likes him. It's said that after Jack was buried from heaven, or barred from heaven, why would you be buried from heaven? It said that after Jack was barred from heaven, the devil gave him a burning coal, which he promptly put into a carved pumpkin to light his way. Legend has it that he wanders the earth to this day, searching for innocent bystanders to hoodwink into buying him his favorite beer, a pumpkin shandy. Keep your shandy stash safe. Keep your shandy stash someplace safe. Bit of a tongue twister. Representing the darker side of shandy, Jack-O Traveler is an alluring wheat beer illuminated by the taste of fall. It strikes a perfect balance between bright refreshment and a seasonal spice. Jack is made with real pumpkin for a delicious, dark-hued, shandy-inspired beer. I do find that interesting that they do make this with pumpkins because I do know that there are a couple of places out there that actually use gourds for their pumpkin stuff. Those gourds taste eerily similar to pumpkin. A little bit more foam on this one than I was anticipating. Yep, a little more foam. Didn't pour that one out correctly, folks. So, In the hopes of this not spilling over right now, we're going to turn this into the third beer. It's a very delicate process to fill it up. Give it a second. We'll treat this one as number 2, the chugger. We got a breath of fresh air finish the last bit. Sit back and relax. Traveler Beer has arrived to take you on a trip from here to refreshing. It's a satisfying trip. A quick one that starts with the moment that the first sip hits your taste buds. Wherever you are, refreshment is just a traveler away. Where are these guys made? Traveler Beer Company, Burlington, Vermont. So once again, with collaboration of the Boston Beer Company. So Samuel Adams / Vermont makes this. Interesting, kind of local because that's the next state above us. Enough talking, time for the chugger. Very carbonated. Extremely carbonated. About halfway done with it. About a quarter of this puppy left right here. Nope, that's not empty. Now that's empty. Okay, so overall, chugability on a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being extremely chuggable, 1 being not chuggable. I'm going to give these guys a 2. It was a little difficult getting down at a quick pace, but this isn't a competition. This is just to see how fast we can get it down without making ourselves violently ill. So anyways, for the last bit of the third beer out, which is the Reflections beer. Reflections. I like the design of the pumpkin. Kind of reminds me of some Tim Burton-ish Nightmare Before Christmas type of movie thing. I like the fire in its eyes. It's got a interesting mustache on it. There's also a plethora of things going on in the background. They've got a lifeguard, a lighthouse, a rubber duck, a camel. I would just recommend you pick one of these up and see for yourself, but there is a bunch of stuff going on in the background. So, first reflection. The first reflection I have for this beer is I like the fact that they use real pumpkin. Like I said before, a lot of people have been caught using gourds. This is refreshing that they use real pumpkin. Also, I find it interesting that the Boston Beer Company brews this or helps distribute it. Pretty cool. So, time for the numbers. This 12-pack right here was $16.55. So, if we divide that up, $16 for 12, it'd be like $9, a little over $9 if you wanted to get this in a 6-pack with tax and everything like that. So, semi-affordable, semi-local for me too. I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, how likely am I to get this again? Let me first include that this is seasonal, and pumpkin season or fall is usually the only time I like to enjoy pumpkin beer. So September, October, sometimes up until the middle of November, and then usually after Thanksgiving. That is it for the pumpkin for me. I'm usually pumpkined out by that point in time. But I do have to say, a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very likely to get this again, 1 being I wish this was not on the shelves ever again. I'm going to give these guys a 7. This is a very tasty, also very, very colorful beer. I like the color of it. As far as recommending this to somebody on a scale of 1 to 5, if you like pumpkin beer, this is a 5. If you don't like pumpkin beer, this is a 3, because you should give it a try and find out for yourself if you like it. Speaking of liking it, I'm going to go enjoy the rest of this beer. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you tomorrow for Free For All Friday. Peace.